Good evening, guys. Bill McMillan here with NDWX.com. A lot to cover tonight and want to get through this as quickly as we can. We've got some light snow that will develop during the overnight as an Arctic cold front moves into the region. And we're going to stop the forecast radar here at 2 o'clock, just after midnight. We think probably between 1 and 4, we're going to have a period of light snow in the city. And it's really from the northern suburbs of the city and points south that can expect some light accumulation tonight into the morning hours on Wednesday. And this is certainly going to create slick travel on the way to work and school and out the door tomorrow morning, especially again from the northern suburbs of Indianapolis and points south. So we'll put this into motion, and you'll notice that light snow continues to fall across central Indiana as we go through the pre-dawn hours before finally getting out of here and pushing off to the south and east towards 6 and 7 o'clock. Now, the other big story as we go through the course of the next couple of days is going to be just some bitterly cold air, one more in a series of Arctic air masses set to unload on the area. And by the way, we're not done with this pattern by any stretch of the imagination as we go through the course of the upcoming 7 to 10 days. The latest wind chill forecast here may suggest that we look at 20 to 25 below zero wind chill values as we go into tomorrow night and Thursday morning. We think that's probably a pretty good bet. The latest high-resolution the high-resolution NAM puts overnight lows into the single digits below zero for the city Thursday morning. But take a look as we go through southern Indiana where that heavier snowpack is in association with that storm system that moved through here Sunday into early Monday. These numbers are certainly conceivable given the fresh snowpack and the direct discharge of Arctic air moving in. A few places downstate may see somewhere between 10 and 15 degrees below zero. That does not factor in the wind. So just some brutal stuff coming. Now, let's take a look at a couple of different things here. And I wanted to see if we could pull the latest GFS model here. It's not really going to matter if we can or we can't, but it'll give you an idea as to what we're looking at coming up here for the weekend. That's our next chance of a more widespread wintry event for central Indiana, and we're just going to call it a wintry event as of right now. We've got a lot to look at in regards to precipitation type and amounts, but the overall setup is one that's going to feature an Arctic cold front, a stalled boundary, if you will, across the Mississippi Valley down into the Tennessee Valley. And initially, we're looking at, an overrunning setup where warmer air overruns colder, dense air at the surface. And as a result, we're looking at probably a rather messy time of things this weekend with all sorts of precipitation types in play, primarily from a wintry standpoint, we think, here across central Indiana. A wintry mix of sleet, freezing rain, and snow, the way we see things right now. We'll fine-tune it in the days ahead. Now, as we move into the weekend itself, Saturday into Sunday, colder air most likely will win out and precipitation would go over to more of a snow event. But a long ways to go here in regards to what lies ahead in the Saturday-Sunday time period. Just wanted to touch on it briefly this evening to let you know we're keeping an eye on it. Now, the other thing that we want to focus on here is just a continuation of a very cold weather pattern as we go through the course of the next couple of weeks, really, we think. We're looking at the GFS ensemble in 5-day chunks here. And as we just put this into motion, you're going to see the heart of the cold weather in terms of the coldest air relative to normal, really focusing itself over the Northeast and Ohio Valley region. And even as we go into the 10 to 15-day period, this is still, guys, very a look that would signify, definitely a much colder than normal weather pattern over the region. So this is not breaking anytime soon as we go into the days ahead, the weeks ahead to close February and open March. Some of the other data would still suggest the same theme. So we've got really good agreement here and a very cold pattern remaining over our neck of the woods, closing out February and heading on into March. And again, looking at the ensemble data here between the European, the GFS, and the Canadian, all in agreement on that deep trough over the east in the days 8 through 10 period as well. So it's just really a kind of a rinse and repeat pattern, if you will, in regards to Arctic air and the chances of wintry precipitation. So a lot to look at. Let's go really quick to your forecast here from NDWX.com before we close things out to give you an idea of what we're looking at here over the course of the upcoming week. We forecast continued scattered snow showers and flurries through the evening, and again, a period of enhanced light snow moving in here late tonight and early Wednesday. The big story Wednesday night into Thursday is just going to be the brutal cold air. We forecast a high only at 8 degrees on Thursday. That's not a typo. We warm up a little bit going into the weekend, but comes with that, of course, we've got a winter storm to track. Again, precipitation types, amounts, and timing all will be sorted out in the days ahead, and then we're going to reload the Arctic air early next week. Guys, thank you for logging on. Have a wonderful evening. We'll talk with you soon.